What's up, DG Army Into the Void here with more World of Tanks for you. This is actually patch 8.5 on the test server right now. And this is the Leopard 1, the new tier 10 German medium. Now, a lot of people were thinking that this is going to be the new badass tank. I'm not so sure, and I'll get into that in a second. I just did want to show you, while I'm just sitting here, the tech tree here, the new German tech tree. You can see the Leopard is right here. I'm going to try to underline it for you. This is the new line coming off the 3002 DB, which has actually moved a little bit. There's also this extra scout tank above the VK2801. It's pretty awesome. I also have some footage on that. But today I'm going to be showing you the two different Leopards, the Prototype A, Tier 9, and the Leopard 1, which you're seeing right here, obviously. So let's look at a couple of differences here. This is the E50M on the right and the Leopard 1 on the left. And what you're going to notice right away is the Leopard doesn't seem to have a lot of benefits over the 50M as far as I'm concerned. It definitely has a lot more traverse. That's probably the biggest thing it has. But it's not that great, really, again, in my opinion. The guns are relatively the same. It has a slightly faster reload rate. But I guess the bloom on the Leopard when you're moving is pretty bad. I heard it's one of the worst in the game. It's kind of a hidden attribute on the gun. So right here, shooting on this patent. I can't see him now. And also people were complaining because this is a 1950s designed tank, and they were saying the gun that was actually on that tank should be reloading at more like 10 rounds per minute because it was such an awesome gun. Again, but that would probably make it overpowered, make it too good. And a lot of people are saying the T62 or the T62A is still the best tank, or tier 10 tank, and so that hasn't changed. I kind of agree. Look at the armor on this Leopard. It basically doesn't have any. Tier 4s can penetrate that, so it really might as well have 0 in the armors, because can't show you the game because I actually didn't save it, but getting a little bit of drift right there. I shot one of these things through the mantlet I was in a Leopard and I shot another Leopard through the mantlet. So if that tells you anything, there you go. It might have just been the front turret. I don't really know, but definitely there's no armor on this thing. So you really, like, I'm stopped right here. This is probably not a good idea. I might as well just, I don't know. I kind of think the 50M is still the better tank as far as German mediums. People might like the maneuverability better in the Leopard, and it definitely has more maneuverability. But a weird bounce off there, well, it must have been a ricochet off the top. But it's just not that great of a tank. See, firing on the move, well, not a lot of tanks are accurate there. Oh, hey, what's up, Simoba? I didn't even see that, sorry. A couple people saw me. Neat. Sorry about that, guys. I was kind of trying to make sure I killed this guy, and he gets killed anyway. So, also, what I'm noticing with the really, really fast tanks, you guys already kind of know this if you've been on my channel for a while, is that I like to just sit in on my own cap and just wait until the battle is like half over, because there's no point in having a lot of speed to run up somewhere and camp. As a medium, I want to just rush through the lines and get behind the lines and just kind of circle people. And if they know I'm there, it's going to be a lot harder for me to move out. So we pretty much got this on lockdown, obviously, with that many tanks dead on their side. I didn't help a lot, but I did help lock up this side. And again, this tank has no armor, so I can't just be sitting out there taking shots, because nothing's going to bounce. So yeah, that's something I don't want to do. So I think I also might have some... Yeah, let's look at... hopefully I can show these kind of small. Here's the... Actually, let me look at... That's not the right one I wanted to show. Is this the Leopard? Yeah, here's the Leopard. End caps right here. Lots of damage on this thing. The gun's nice. I like the gun. It's just... I don't like that it has no armor. That seems to be... I guess it doesn't really matter, since now everybody uses gold rounds anyway, so armor's pointless, I guess, but so maybe mobility's better. I still get a lot of bounces on the E50, and also with that extra tonnage, I get a lot of damage when I ram people, and you know me, I ram a lot of people, so I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the E50M is better, but that's me personally. So anyway, that was that game. Let's get the prototype. Hold on a second. Alright, so this is the Leopard Prototype A, and again, sorry if the mic's kind of getting bumpy. I'm not really used to having these mics that sit on the desk yet. Again, I'm just going to sit around. Let's look at some stats while I sit around and wait for the battle to develop, and you're going to see why I do that. But right here, I've got the E50 on the right and the Leopard Prototype A on the left. And the one thing I'm noticing as the difference right off the bat, obviously, is the armor again. This whole line pretty much doesn't have any armor. It just keeps the same armor throughout, like tier 6 and up. Power to weight ratio on this engine is very good. It's over 20 to 1. The E50 has slightly under 20 to 1. I think that's probably like 18 to 1. So this thing has about 5 power to weight ratio over the top of the E50. Again, definitely more mobile. The mobility of the E50 is actually pretty bad at only 56, more like a heavy tank, where this thing has more like, what is that, 76, 78? That's amazing, traverse. That's really nice. That's more like a Russian tank. Except it doesn't have the Russian armor. But another thing to note, that I didn't really notice this about the E50, probably because I don't even have the biggest gun on it yet. Look at the penetration on the E50's main gun. 220 pen. On the prototype, it's 268. That is a huge difference. It's even bigger when you look at the gold round on the E50 at 270, which is probably a pretty... That's the same as a regular round on the Prototype A. And then the gold round on the Prototype A is 350. So right here I kind of derped. I thought that guy was going to keep going. I do that quite often. But, you don't... Especially in these tanks, you don't want to stop. Just keep moving. You know, oh man, I'm in the wrong... There we go. Sorry, I was in free camera mode. Didn't really matter up until this point. So what I like to do in these tanks is keep moving. Never stop moving. Except for when you hit this rubble, which apparently is made out of unobtainium or something. So anyway, just keep moving. Never stop moving. So the accuracy is the same. Aim time's the same. The rate of fire is a little bit higher in the E50's gun, but it doesn't really matter too much if you have 268 pen. Not that a medium really needs that, because again, right there, like I'm shooting that guy in the side, so I don't really need a high penetration value. But it's nice to have. I mean, I don't have to shoot gold rounds if I have that. It's like I'm shooting gold rounds all the time for way cheaper, you know, on credits. So that's a big deal. The difference on the Leopard Tier 10 was a little bit... Well, I guess they had pretty much the same pen, so it didn't really matter, but... So I don't know. I think the Prototype A... I don't know. I think it's going to feel like a better medium tank because it has more mobility. You're going to lose the armor of the E50, which is really nice. I actually get bounces on that thing. You're going to trade that for mobility, and you're going to trade it for pen, which I guess I'm okay with that. Especially as a medium tank, you're trying to flank. You're not supposed to be the main target anyway for damage incoming. I like the Prototype A over the E50. I don't like the Leopard 1 really over the E50M. I just don't think there's enough benefit there. Because the E50M is fairly mobile with its traverse. I think it had more like 70 or something. Let me just look at that real quick. And let's see, where is that? Oh, stupid thing keeps zooming in. Hold on a sec. Yeah, there it is. It's got 77, so it's got a decent amount of traverse. It's not perfect. It's not as good as the Leopard, which has, you know, 90. That's obviously way better, but it's still not the greatest. So I'm trying to look for what I did with this tank as far as damage. You can see I'm spotting a lot more guys by rushing out like that and passing people up. You can also see now that the damage you got while you're spotting somebody, that's kind of nice. Pretty nice game there. Got top tier, or that's the Leopard I got top. And on this Prototype A, looks like I got, well, I don't even think I took that screen. It doesn't really matter. Good amount of experience, 1300. Really nice game here. Instead of capping, I'm just going to show you more stuff like on the gun and things like that. So we come up behind the E3 and E5 here. This team's getting totally swarmed. It's 11-0. I mean, this is just... It's weird that on the test server this happens. Usually you don't see games like this on the test server because everybody's got equal tanks and stuff, and they usually just play kind of crazy. So usually the deaths are pretty similar on both sides. But not this time, apparently. So every time you get shot, you're gonna get hit in these tanks. So you're just gonna just don't get hit. Where I hit him on the cupola must have been considered turret armor or something. So anyway, that is the Prototype A. Tell me what you think about the Leopards. I thought they were gonna be better. I'll be honest. There was a lot of hype about them. They're just not that great. And even people are like, "Oh, they're gonna get nerfed." I what can you nerf? You can still catch them on fire through the front. And since there's no armor, every time you get shot in the front, there's a chance you're going to get caught on fire. So anyway, let me know what you think about these leopards. Later, dudes.